Hello, Miss Jennifer Shaw. Since you have me blocked on lots of stuff, this one's for you. And I just don't want people to forget why you are guilty, okay? Let's just take a listen about how unaccountability is and how you are and how you've been. Take a real listen real quick.
I didn't throw the glass, though.
You guys pushed me to throw the glass.
You did this at my husband's birthday party, and if you're gonna bring something there, don't do that.
But my point is,
Don't do that, Whitney.
I didn't blow it up.
Yes, you did. I told you specifically, Whitney, how much that day meant to me. It's like, what the
Oh my god.
It's been like
Okay, wait. So at this time, she's like pretending to cry and she splashes water on the production team.
a rough football season. And he's finally home, and I'm trying to make the extra effort to show him that I care.
He's gonna have so much fun.
Her planning a party for Coach Shaw. We know what she's been doing, right? Okay.
And that's why I was trying to...
By the way, this is season 1, so I just wanted to remind you how much of an asshole she was since day 1.
You had to do it there.
Jen has just gotten so used to projecting onto other people. She's gotten away with and gotten used to being able to make everything everyone else's fault. And
Exactly. Stupid chains.
I don't know how much longer I can sit here and be a mirror for her.
A mirror.
You
That's weird.
decided to bring it to me, so you take responsibility to bring it.
You have a partner. You smashed the glass, and you did what you did.
My marriage is up because of that night. Sharif hasn't been home since Saturday, so I'm
Sharif hasn't been home since Saturday because she acted like the asshole she usually acts like and threw a glass at his party. Do you guys remember that night? This is the night, okay? So, that's not why he didn't come home for 3 days, bitch. It's because you've been cheating on him.
so glad that you were able to. Yes! I'm so glad. She didn't want that to happen. But it did. So take responsibility.
And you take responsibility, and I take responsibility. We all three take responsibility. Okay. That's the truth. And Sharif loves you.
Sharif hasn't been home since Saturday.
I wish he never came back, actually.
Like, I trusted you guys as my friends, and Whitney, you roll your mother eyes and look over there one more time, I'll drown you, bitch.
You heard her just say that, right? I will drown you, bitch. What does she think she is, Erica Jane? This woman is nuts. I really, 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 really thought that Erica was bad. This bitch is worse.
I'm not rolling my eyes, Jen.
There she is, splashing water. I would.
That's what happens when you throw me in the bathtub.
That's what happens when you give her a bath. She splashes water at you.
You want to tell me it's my fault?
Listen, Jen,
You're
calm with
I
Jen.
would like Whitney to actually just be.
Okay, so that was Jennifer Shaw, the first time that we've seen her take zero responsibility for anything, right? She throws the $50,000 birthday party for Sharif. When we know now that back then, which was 6 months when it was filmed, that he was already filing for divorce. And then we'll get to the aunt, too.
Accountable. That's all I want.
You know what? I think it's fine if she's accountable with you. I'm good with her, just so
Oh,
you
here's
know
Lisa.
right now. But I also...
Okay, but how are you good with her when she threw you under the bus to me?
Because she said sorry. And
That's
she
what mature
explained
people do.
why.
Apologized and
Yeah.
took
And said, oh, I'm sorry, I lied, I threw you under the bus.
She didn't say she lied. She said she was repeating what she was told.
Again, remember Vicky and Tamara repeating her rumors, the same thing as making it up or whatever. Jennifer doesn't understand that things are not everybody else's fault.
This makes no sense to me. Whitney told me that you two were talking shit on me.
Everybody talks shit on
Meredith
you.
and Lisa. They called
Why wouldn't they?
Mary and said that they were scared of you and the way that you handled situations.
Why wouldn't you be scared of her? Look at the fucking psycho.
Now you're coming to me saying, oh, we made up with Whitney, everything's great, kumbaya. If you can forgive Whitney so easily for lying on you guys, does that mean you were actually lying the whole time?
No, Jennifer Shaw, you were lying the whole time. Okay? Now we know that.
You guys, be on Mary's side.
be on
Poor
Whitney's
Mary.
side.
I'm not on
That's fine.
anybody's side.
I'm gonna be on what's right and what's
Hey,
wrong.
hey, listen.
Really?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, wait, but you need to
Really?
back up for a second.
And don't
Oh, and this is Meredith, who I love, because she's like me. She don't sugarcoat shit, and she doesn't let you get away with anything. So when she disengages, I don't blame her, because I would have hit the bitch too. And I'm not going to go to prison again over hitting somebody like that, like somebody that irrelevant, and ruin another 15 years of my life because she's an asshole.
do that to
Goodbye.
me, Meredith.
You guys can engage in this. I'm not engaging.
Okay,
This
listen,
is nonsense.
Jen, this is where...
No one tells me who to be friends
This
with.
is...
I'm not telling you to be friends with Meredith.
Bye.
This,
In my own childhood,
after this, actually, Jennifer Shaw attacks Whitney physically.
I have been around a lot of
I love
fighting
Meredith.
and a lot of volatility. Growing up in a divorced family, my mom wants me at her house one weekend and my dad wants me at his the same weekend, and the issue was that I always felt very pitted in the middle, and they would not agree, and I'd be the one trying to come up with the resolve, and everyone was mad at me. I felt very trapped with it, and so I get very triggered by intense conflict. I don't
And Jennifer Shaw constantly is intense. And we'll get into Lisa as well. Let's go to Jen first, though.
don't like the screaming and the yelling. That's not for me.
She just stands up and walks away? Are
Christian.
you kidding me?
Can't listen to any more.
You think Whitney Rose is a better friend than me?
I don't think
Go ahead
that.
and think that.
I don't
Listen to how fucking psycho she goes.
think that. Jen,
I'm done.
Jen, I didn't say that.
I know, but
I
I'm
did
done.
not say that.
I know, but I'm done.
Grand exits, no more.
Why isn't the grand exit when she leaves?
I said no more grand exits.
Talk to your
Listen,
friend.
okay,
Let
stop,
her
stop. You guys, no, Jen, I don't want
What
you to
happened?
leave.
Hey,
Come on.
She's physically attacking her right now.
Hey, no.
No, sit here.
No.
Don't hit me.
Listen,
Okay.
Jen, your purse
Right
right
here.
wow.
Wow.
Listen.
Where's my purse?
You know what? They're both
You know
right
what?
here. Why
When
don't
you
you
want to talk, then talk to me, Whitney.
What did I do?
Jen,
Where's my
what's
purse?
going on?
Whitney, shut the up. Okay, we don't come at her.
Jen, don't come out here like that. That's not necessary.
Oh, man.
Necessary? Oh, it's
I
not
would-
necessary.
What I would do to her,
Calm down. Don't come at me, Heather.
I'm calm,
it
babe.
triggers me bad.
I promise.
It triggers me bad. I hate this girl.
I just don't.
I hate bullies. What the fuck are you gonna do?
You chose your sides.
Oh, come on, Shaw.
Go kill
I
her?
don't feel safe right now.
I wouldn't either.
Just
For
tell me what
Whitney.
the is going on.
Oh, here we go.
Lisa.
Okay.
Now, this is when well, we know that Mary Crosby married her step-grandfather. It's not a secret. She's never fucking hidden it. And I'll talk about Mary later, but this is Jennifer Shaw. This is how much of a bitch she is.
Called Mary. Called Mary and said,
Wait.
They're afraid of you.
Listen,
Nobody's afraid of you, bitch,
wow.
man.
Listen.
Dive in.
The girl can
Listen,
interpret.
I know.
All the bullshit. She got this.
Are you kidding me, Heather? I had it handled.
No,
I
you didn't.
heard that they called Mary and said that they were scared of you and the way that you handled situations.
Like right now.
What do you mean scared of me? It's so absurd.
It is,
You
Jen.
guys do know Mary's cuckoo for
Yeah,
Cocoa
but she
Puffs,
said
right?
I-
First of all, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is my word, okay? So stop saying it, Jennifer.
What's going on over there? Are they yelling?
How do you believe Mary, though? Mary.
Why are you telling me this right now? This is my husband's birthday. I told you.
Her husband that she was cheating on and lying to and stealing money.
How important this is to me. You couldn't bring it up yesterday or tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta go.
I think they are yelling.
This is going way out of hand.
Okay, well, let's find out right
Here
now.
comes the
What's up? Okay, well,
psycho.
Meredith, come here.
Here comes the crazy. The coach is trying to keep at bay till she goes to prison.
Let's find out right now. I'm really pissed off.
About what?
Let's get this all out
It's
on the
not
ground.
about Mary.
Okay, great. You said it's about Meredith and Lisa.
Wait,
saying that
what?
they're scared of me and they're talking shit behind my back to Mary. Jen, I am not afraid of.
At this point, security and like the cops are coming.
No, she said you're talking shit to me.
Wait, everyone.
I never talk. That's what I want to know. I want to know.
To say I'm irritated with Whitney is beyond. I feel like Whitney needs glasses
shut up,
because I'm
Lisa.
standing right in front of her. It's like, do you not see me? I'm right here. Ask me if I'm afraid of Jen, and I'll give you the answer. The answer is no.
Mary did tell me that
We'll get into
everyone
you.
is scared of Jen for not saying I have never had a conversation as significant.
Alright, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because this argument, I can't take Whitney's voice sometimes.
I don't.
I meant when Jen flips out.
No. I know. Say it, Whitney. Why is that? I'm about to lose my.
Here she goes.
You guys came to me and said they were saying something about me. I'm over the bullshit. What the is going on?
My intention was to be a good friend to Jen.
Again, they always bring up this shit at, like, the housewives. Bring it up at parties and, like, ruin events and shit.
But I have seen what's happening, and I have decided to abort mission and hide in a corner.
Why are your friends saying they're scared of you and not
But
saying
they're
it
not
to
my
me?
friends. I don't know. I don't know.
So that's why I'm saying. as
'Cause
your
they probably
friend,
knew you were
I
a criminal.
want you to know that.
I don't know, and I don't give a
As Meredith's friend, I want to know why everyone's talking about her marriage and not, like, giving
Who
a shit
cares?
about it.
Whitney is 100% trying to mess with me right now. You want to talk about me talking about Meredith's marriage? Are you insane? Don't do this at my husband's birthday party.
Oh,
I'm just
boy.
trying to get to the bottom of the bullshit.
Yeah, but there is no bullshit. Nobody's saying I'm not afraid of Jen.
But
I
there is.
am 100% not afraid of
But
you.
Jen, listen.
Not even a little bit.
You're not afraid of her.
No,
Nobody
not at all.
is.
Why would I be afraid
Hey,
of you?
since Mary-
I'm not afraid of any of you. Just so you
Mary
know.
is
Here we go.
crazy. Shut the up about Mary.
There she goes, the class.
okay. Jen,
Shut up about Mary. I don't give a You understand? Claire.
That is why she said that Coach Shah didn't come home for 3 days. She blamed everybody else for her 1,500th meltdown. Okay? Acting like a complete fool on national television, knowing that for 12 years, her and Stubert Chains have been robbing old people. Right? Yes, she did it. Okay? The woman does not take responsibility for anything. Okay? Now, I want to get to the aunt with no legs, because we have the hospital smell situation. Right? I should have thought about this before I got on here. So the aunt loses her legs, and we know that the hospital smell was like this big deal. Jennifer Shaw was, don't talk about my family like that, Mary. Oh, Mary, you're such a bad person because you said I smell like a hospital. Guess what? The aunt that lost her legs, she robbed her too. She was in on that little telemarketing scheme. She took her aunt's money because she knew her aunt was dying, and she took the money and didn't think that she was going to get caught. And that is why Coach Shaw filed for divorce. Now, the good man that he is, I guess, I hope, she did throw him under the bus last year, tried to make us think that he didn't show up for her father's funeral at all, and that it was recently, when we find out it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and he was working, and he didn't even know he died until he got to the other state, and then he did come home. So she gaslit him that way. And then remember, he had internal bleeding when the feds called her. The feds call her, or whoever, guys, listen, it doesn't matter who called her. The feds say call her and tell her to come home. You're gonna do it, okay? And for Stubert Chains, yes, Stubert Chains is his superhero name for me that I gave him. to walk past her, I would have loved to see her face when she saw him walk out of the detective's room and he said, I'm so sorry. She knew right then and there she was caught. And I don't feel bad for her. I just don't, okay? Because you knew the entire time what your risks were, just like I did. We know the risks, we took the risks, and we took the accountability. You are not. Like, you cannot sit there and cry to us that your family is going to lose a lot because of this. You're going to miss out on your kids' graduation and things. Those kids look at you with dead eyes, Jen. It's a goddamn shame. And I really hope that your husband didn't know, because then we would have to believe that a mother and a father could do something like this and put their family at risk. I just can't see two parents doing that. But Coordinator Shaw, salary, if she's admitting to spending $50,000 a month just to keep a family going, he knows he doesn't make that much money. And nobody could figure out how much she was making. So, I'm really confused. Him being a lawyer as well, retired or not, I'm like, I got to know what he thinks. What I think he thinks is that he's flabbergasted that his wife is what she is. I mean, come on, I don't think she's even going to take responsibility when she's in prison. I just don't. It's a shame. I kind of almost feel bad for her. Like I said, we can't expect things out of people they don't have. She doesn't have accountability. She doesn't know how. You clearly see this, right? And Coach Shah's been married to her for like 25 years. So it's really mind-boggling to me that he hasn't spoken out, which is probably the right thing to do for his children. See, that's another thing. People are saying that we're going hard on Erica and or something like that, about like because it's Tom's a man or something like that. Listen, Tom Girardi took responsibility for what he did. He said, yeah, I lost the money. So what? What are you going to do about it? So no, we're not just picking and choosing feminism, whatever. We're not just going after her because she's a female. And we're not going after Coach Shah. Coach Shah, we have no proof that he did anything. Okay? Coach Shah has said nothing. And I really don't think that him working for a university and all that stuff, he was really going to be committing crimes like this. Because what seems to me also is, remember in the beginning of this season when she introduced her other family that she didn't call back for 6 months until she needed them? Her family got rid of her because she's a criminal, basically. So she bought a new one. She bought a new family, guys. And then she tried to buy her friends. Like, whatever, dude. Like I said, be whoever you want to be. But be fucking honest. Because if you're honest, I'll respect your hustle a little bit more. You know what I mean? Be honest about your game, and we'll respect you. But we don't, because you're an effing liar, and it's proven all the time. So, like, literally, 98% in the District of New York, the 2% is mistrials that don't go back to trial, honey, okay? Or plea deals. They don't lose. You don't have numerous 3-letter agencies after you for 10 years if you haven't done anything. And they don't go in front of a grand jury and present evidence that's not real. And Stuart Chain's your bestie that you seem to be distancing yourself from. All of a sudden, no, it wasn't my friend. Really? I wish I had them ready right now to play back all of the nice and things that you and Stu Chains have done and said about each other. Because that's going to bite your ass, okay? Because he's not lying. He's not going to risk another 70 years over you. I don't even know why he did what he did. And the Uber driver, where did you take her? Please tell me. Because I want to know that Coach Shah knows that she is a piece of poop. And like I said, you see the crazy, right? I believe he's just trying to keep the crazy at bay until she goes. And he's probably being the good guy that he is. Listen, they're not going to marriage counseling. It's her therapy. Court ordered, I'm sure. And he's just showing up to be the good man that he is. He's not going to stay with her. I mean, his kids need a real father. His kids need real stability. She's going to be gone. Trust me. I'm telling you, she's doing what she's offered. I guarantee she's going to do at least 10 to 15. It's not like county jail. It's prison, so like you do most of your time. And it's not like a Teresa Giudice crime. It's not a crime against like the government where nobody really got hurt. She's like top of the tier, guys. Like even our crimes weren't against real people. Like seriously. And sure as fuck wouldn't be going on national television and saying all this shit that I say. Like when I was a criminal and a drug addict, for some reason I didn't care that everybody would talk about me anyway. So I would just have to clear the air and make sure they knew, you're calling me a fucking crackhead when really I'm a meth head. Get it right, bitches. And that's a whole nother story. I'm not going to go into that because I've been clean for a while. But like my whole point is, don't lie, be consistent, and we'll respect your hustle. I don't give a shit if you do drugs all day long. I don't care if you're in your house having sex with 10,000 people. It is beyond me why anybody would spend even a minute worried about what anybody else is doing inside of their own home. Really? Because do you really think that the feds needed Meredith Marks or somebody to call them to rat on Jen Shah? They're just going to believe a hearsay. Do you know how much time, effort, and resources it takes to get this case against her? Trust me, they don't even need Stuart Chains to go against her. She knew it was coming. I don't ever want to hear how bad she feels about the AKs in her son's face. Because, Jen, you did this to yourself, okay? You knew that this would happen. And it's beyond me why you think that everybody's lying but you. Really? No. The best we could probably expect from her is an Alfred plea, which I don't even know if that's, like, applicable, which means she can admit that there's enough evidence against her, but she doesn't have to readily admit she did anything wrong. She just has to admit that she'll lose in court. So basically, she has to admit that she's wrong. That's the best we're going to get out of her, and I doubt that. So I probably have more to say about her, but I feel bad I keep going on her. But I just don't want you guys to forget, because Ronald Richards went on today, and I wanted to make sure that I hear him correctly, because, again, Ronald Richards is the lawyer with Erica. The only reason he kept going on Twitter is because you idiots, kept asking the same questions and over and didn't understand what people were trying to explain to you. So we would have to prove it to you and literally show you the receipts. That's why he does that. Like, leave the man alone. I'm so glad Ronald Richards is alive and doing what he's doing, because it's just him showing the receipts that nobody else has to prove, yes, Erica, like, we may not be able to arrest you criminally, but just look at it morally. And the only reason they went bankruptcy first is so that you can't go and plead something else. When they're proving the money, the bankruptcy lawyer proves you took that money, you cannot go in court and say that the opposite. So that's why they did it that way. That's why bankruptcy came first, criminal comes second. If I'm wrong about that, that's how it is here. That's what I think. But enough about these assholes. We did a Jax Taylor, right? I'm sure I have more, but, you know, Jennifer Shah, like, I really just want to know why you thought that you were going to walk into court and say not guilty. Please. This is the thing. I know that I suck on here and I curse a lot, and nobody will probably, like, want to come on here, but the 5 people that I would love to speak to would first be Erica, Jennifer Shah, of course, Jax Fuck Taylor, and then my 2 favorite people in the whole world, Ryan Bailey from So Bad It's Good, and Dana Wilkie. Only because I've managed to probably make Ryan think that I'm a complete nut job last summer. So I probably made him think, if he even realizes it, that I'm a complete nut job. So I would just like to have a conversation. Because me and Ryan, I've been listening to his podcasts for over 2 years, and there's not one thing that we disagree on. He sees Jax the way I do. He sees Rinna the way I do. He sees right through Erica. So Ryan Bailey, you're the best. Even though you ignore me half the time. I know I'm annoying, but... and Dana Wilkie, because she knows so much about the Housewives. She knows so much about everything, and I have so many strong opinions. And I just want to know what she thinks, because she can tell me whether I'm right or not. Because she really does know everything. And she sees things in a way that... she points things out to us because she did... she was a housewife on Bravo. So, oh, and Dana Wilkie is the one who named my channel. Because it was the harsh reality... because of all the backlash I was getting last summer. I kind of explained it to her. I would really love to talk about the podcaster that did some things, but I won't, because she's very well respected. But her Facebook group sucked. But anyway, thank you guys for being such assholes, because that's what fueled me to keep going. At first, yeah, my confidence was knocked down a little bit, but then I thought about it, and Facebook, banning me constantly for speaking my non-sugar-coated opinion. Really? You had to add a button on your group that says if you don't want to hear from Krista? Really? You know who you are. But whatever. Like, think what you want. I've explained myself to you 1,000 times. And anybody that thought I was angry or I came off angry in my written text, you see it in my face. I'm very matter of fact. I'm laughing at these people half the time. When I'm talking about this stuff, I'm not angry. I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. It's a very just matter-of-fact, stately words. I am from New Jersey. Yes, I'm grammatically screwed. Yes, I mess words up all the time and I can't spell. And I'm pretty much like Teresa. I really don't get analogies either. I will flip that F out and then later on apologize and you'll have to explain it to me. That's how I roll. I admit when I'm wrong. I mean, I might not admit it right away, and I might be ridiculous about it, flip the hell out, but I do recognize it after the fact, and I apologize. And I probably wake up every day a better person, unlike you, Jennifer Shah. All right, I'm getting goofy now. I have a live coming up. I don't know if you guys are going to join the live or not. Let me know. I'm going to try to do it anyway. I'm pretty much talked about everything all day with like the other channels that we've already talked about, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. But thank you for supporting. Subscribe, like, like me, hate me, whatever. Give me a chance. Trust me, I'm used to it. But honestly, guys, I'm not an angry person. I'm just a bipolar ex-addict felon who has recovered and has like a decent life now. And proof that the stigma behind bipolar 2 or whatever these diagnoses they say I have. Yes, I take my meds. Sometimes I'm off them. But these diagnoses and addiction and felon and all that stuff, listen guys, like, I might have been all them things, but now my husband wouldn't be with me if I was still that person. Know that I did not deserve him in the beginning. I told him not to marry me, but he made the right choice, and I can say that now because I'm a pretty good goddamn wife, and I'm honest, and he's literally like the opposite of me. So, like, what better for me than to be with somebody the opposite of me, because I couldn't be with somebody like me. I'm the most complicated individual I know. So that's why, like, in my head, I live there. So I think about this shit all the time. And I've been screaming at my TV for 15 years, these reality TVs, projecting. You know what I mean? I can't see something in somebody else that I don't see in myself. So I could probably thank you, Jax Taylor. My hatred for you is what fueled most of this. That's we get back to Ryan Bailey. Because of what a freaking broken clown that you are. Let's just not even go there. But my hatred for you and you blocking me is why I wanted to start a podcast and why I wanted to do this. Because I would love for you to unblock me one day and just answer some rhetorical questions for me. I just want to know what you're thinking. I want to know where you're coming from. Oh God, I'm going to Jax Taylor again. I'm going to have to do something because I love Tom Sandoval and I would love for him to come on here because I love him so much. So I got to start being a little nicer and not curse as much, a little classier. But you guys got to remember something. Jennifer and Erica, look, the world, let me see. The world owes you nothing, okay? The world owes you nothing. The world owes you nothing. People owe you nothing. And at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. So, bitches, you better get honest with yourself because I was living a very lonely life until I did. Like and subscribe.